Welcome to part 2 of building the Lego Star Wars X-Wing, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. 75301. Yes. We built the main body last week. Oh. The camera cap was still on. Oops. Yeah, main body last week. Is this? There we go. And then this week we should be doing the wings. But there's the body. There's Mr. Skywalker himself with his glowy stick. Oh, his religious glowy stick. It's pretty cool. We've built like the mechanism for the wings, ready to do the expandy and the not expandy mode. Because for one thing I never understood about the X-Wing when it's in space is why do the wings need to be closed together to go faster? Because there's attack mode and then there's like general flight mode, right? And when they're closed, it's general flight mode and they're fast. You know, it's I think it gets more maneuverable. I forgot to mark where the hell we were. Here we are. And when they're open, it's the fight. It's attack mode, right? It's all that air resistance in space. My point exactly, right? The only thing I can think is because the engines are on the wings, and when they're closed, they're slightly closer together. No, they're not. Well, I mean, they would be slightly closer together. So does that give you better maneuverability? I don't know. Anyway, let's get the princess. R2D2. General, what the fuck his name was? Who is this guy? General Dodonna. Dodonna? Him, that guy. Einstein. He's just a random minifig in this set for some reason. Hey there, just a quick reminder. This is a recording of a stream I did on Twitch. If you like this and want more live content, come join the chat and the great community over on Twitch. I stream every week Monday, Friday and Sundays. Or follow me on my socials for any changes or extra streams. Okay, thanks, and here's the video. We're on bag 3 of 4. And we've got to put a leg on, apparently. That's step 1. Get all these out. How is everyone's weekend going anyway? I was saying earlier, obviously I cancelled Friday's stream because I was pretty out of it. And I had that weird headache of my head, and my brain was completely fuzzy. That continued yesterday, but luckily, being out in the sun at a barbecue with friends kind of helped a little bit. I've still got it. My brain is still very fuzzy, but I was going to feel that way at home anyway, so I might as well be with friends. Right, step 1. We need to get one of these ski thingies. And we need to put a... Oh, God, I've killed Luke Skywalker with it. Need to put one of those clippy things on. There we go. Nice and snug. And we've got this snapping into it. And a yellow bar thing. You got to bag 20 yesterday. Yes, B is currently building the Lord of the Rings set, the huge one. This doesn't really clip on very well. It has been doing that for a few weeks. So you're doing that every Saturday, right? and then you're doing your sewing streams on Wednesdays. Is that right? Please forgive me, I'm completely misremembering. So that goes in there. I suppose I could remove that, couldn't I, if I wanted it to be in flight mode. What did you build yesterday on stream? What part of the Rivendell set did you build? Right. Get that on there. I assume this is a wing of some sort. Every Saturday, sewing on Wednesdays. You're trying to do 5 bags of Lego per stream. That's a lot of bags, though, when you think about it. I usually two or 3, and then my back kind of gives in, and I can't keep like leaning over like this. And yes, I know you've got the metal spine, but please look after it. I walk past the Warhammer shop on the way to and on the way home from work, and every time it calls to. Oh, Ed, I used to do Warhammer. I'm pretty sure we still got the Warhammer at my parents, and all the sets, and it's just so expensive. And that was like 20 years ago, right? When I was growing up. It's such a commitment. There's hundreds of thousands of sets, things, and you make it's a lot. It's a lot, and I feel that because I used to walk past the one in town when I was like I must have been like 12, and I would walk past it, and I'd go in there, and you'd see like the huge like mechs like this big, and you're like, I want one of those because they are cool as fuck, but God, they're expensive. What is that? See, this piece here, this is a very odd piece. I've never seen that before. It's come as one piece. Like that's... It's got a spring in it. Is that the actual... Oh, so this set has actual things that can fire. Because obviously it's the one for... It's not the proper, like... also collector's edition one. It's the toy one for kids. So it actually has bolts that can fire. That's cool. You built the forge and a bridge. Oh, I do like that bridge.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Just join Little B Cars. Thank you, Mr. Popo. I have a structural support that keeps me from bending like that. So... Yeah, you've got the built-in, like, I guess, anti-slouch. I know you can still slouch, I guess. It's a gun! It certainly is. Need to get on with making the boning the size of a sewing stream before I end up cutting metal for 2 hours. Yeah, let's see. You were saying like you're doing stuff off stream to speed it up and have the more interesting stuff on stream. I recommend that. It's more interesting to see you talk about the process, I guess, than... Wait, what the... I've missed a step. Hold on. Then, what I was going to say, then seeing you be bored doing the same thing over and over. Yes, that goes there. Tabukin! Hello, hello. You don't have a random sound.
Hello, Joe!
Your name's Joe now. Thank you for the link to the coffee thing. I stuck it in the Disco coffee channel. It's a video on the Starbucks olive oil coffee and how you can recreate it at home I haven't fully watched it, but I get a feeling you guys are going to want me to do that. Yay! Oh, yay. So, yes, thank you for that. Oh, that goes there. Am I the only one who is really satisfied by smooth Lego? There's a question for you. That would sound weird. Looks interesting. Wonder how it tastes. Have you watched the James Hoffman? He went to the Milan Starbucks brewery, the actual shop where they've got extra special ones that you can't get anywhere else. And he gave his review. That's really interesting to watch. Because there's actually some science in like why they've chosen olive oil and stuff. It's interesting. You finish tying off the ends of sewing threads, which is boring and tedious. As long as I show tell what I've done. Yeah. So that's the sort of thing you want. You don't want to do all the boring stuff on stream. Because it's not fun for you. It's probably not fun for people watching. Right, so I need to... Hold on, let's get this right. I need to put that in there. Put these in between. That's cool. Oh. Oh god. There we go. Like that. That seems right. Flip the page and see if I was correct. I was, but I'm missing a... Oh, I flipped 2 pages! Oh, that really confused me. And then that goes on there as well. And then we... Oh, that's a weird piece, isn't it? It goes on the end. Okay. Right, we've got 2 of these things. There and there. Every time I think of coffee, I think of you, Paul. Thank you. I'm glad I had that impact on people. You know what? A year and a half ago, I really wasn't into this coffee stuff that much. I drank it, but I really wasn't into it that much. Oh, then it all went downhill. It's all Joe's fault. You get these Sunday streams. I'm gonna say that now. We can all blame Joe. He was the one that said, "Hey, can you start doing this on stream and showing off coffee stuff?" And I went, "Yeah, sure." And then I did it, and then I bought more coffee stuff, and then I got, then I showed that off, and then I bought more coffee stuff. All Joe's fault. When I eventually go to the doctors and they go, "Yeah, you're gonna have to quit drinking coffee," I'm gonna blame Joe entirely. I'm usually doing something or watching you all on stream. I'm usually cooking because I'm a hungry fella. Oh, there's nothing wrong with food though. God, if I could set up the camera system in the kitchen, I would 110% be doing cooking streams. We did that survey, the stream survey I got you guys to fill in a few weeks back, and one of the main things is please do more in real life streams, mainly cooking streams. It's partly because we're quite lazy half the time with our cooking. Like we'll just be like, "Oh, I can't be bothered. Just stick a pizza in the oven. That'll do. A frozen pizza. That'll do." But I love cooking and stuff. I really like the process. So having to do it on stream, let's say once a week, would force me to do it more, and then I would do it more off stream, if that makes sense. Can get in there. There we go. Get in there. Because we're usually just very lazy. Neurodivergent. That's probably the term I should be. I shouldn't be using lazy. I should be using neurodivergent. Alright, we got this weird, like, wedge. Hollow. It's a hollow wedge. But sticks on there. It's a good addiction. It's probably not a good addiction. If you feel... I think you have to now with the Halo cookbook. Trickster. Okay, yeah, we got the Halo cookbook. Can I just point out, I have another cookbook that we definitely, if I ever do cooking streams, we definitely need to get into. Alright? And it is Snoop Dogg's cookbook. Can't remember the actual name of it. But Snoop himself, because he's very good friends with oh, what's her name? From Crook to Cook. That's what it's called. I have that in the other room. And you know what? It's got some really good recipes in it. But it's written in his style of talking, and if you know what I mean, it's like I can't think of it right now. But the way he says, like, you know, just chuck that in, sort of thing. It's not. It's how you'd expect Snoop to say it, but written down. It's fantastic. Does it have secret ingredients? I have not checked. I haven't checked if there's a brownie recipe. But yeah, if we're gonna do cooking. That one has to feature because it's fantastic. But yeah, apparently he's very good. He's very passionate about cooking. He's good friends with Martha Stewart, I think it is. I think that's what I'm thinking of, Martha Stewart. They're apparently very good friends. Which seems weird. Am I getting ahead of myself? This doesn't look like it's going to actually fit on there. No, there's a gap. Is there meant to be a gap? I think there is. That's odd. But yes, that was a geek got me that, I think, for, was it this Christmas or last or birthday or something? And I love it. I haven't cooked anything from it yet. Probably should. I think that's right, but there's gaps in the middle now, and I'm very confused. Right, so this black thing goes in here. That's nice. Oh, and then we put the engine part on. Gotcha. That makes sense. I have missed 2 bricks here. I'm excited for the engine. Go. And then we stick one of these with a nubbin on. Ed, you definitely should do cooking streams. I reckon that would just be a laugh. That would just be comedy gold. And then we got what? One of these. Oh, is this the bottom? Oh, it's the bottom wing. I thought it was the top one. It's got a little ski on it. Cool. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe if I get a new house, a bit hard to sort out my yeah, that's kind of my problem. Is it would be difficult to sort out. And if we ever moved, I'd always want a bigger kitchen anyway. Is that pushed all the way to the end? Yes, it is. and then I would always be like thinking of, hey, could I use this for streaming? There we go, we have a wing. So that's going on the bottom one here. Interesting. No, nope, that's upside down, Paul. That's upside down. Now it could have been a disaster. There we go. And I guess we gotta do that 3 more times. Yep. Joys of being a streamer, everything in your life becomes, can I make content out of this? Yeah, well, so we moved into this house and I got this room as my office because we moved in the October of 2020, which was like the second or third lockdown. So we very much said, right, we need a room each because we're working from home, and we're going to be working from home for a couple of years minimum. And you know, it's almost been it actually has been 3 years now, and there's no sign of going back in the office. So I wanted a proper office space, stand desk, all of that stuff. And then I got my gaming PC as well. I was like, I want it to be perfect for that. And then I started streaming in the December, January after that. So I didn't plan this room based on streaming. I did do that because of streaming. This coffee side thing, that was because I started doing the coffee thing. So I was like, I need a proper table and stuff for that. So that's how that came about. And I guess the back shelves as well, that kind of came because there used to be the fridge there, didn't there? We used to have the fridge and the freezer there, the drinks fridge. They're now in the hall. But this setup was definitely for my work office rather than streaming. But if we ever did move, I would really think about which room I would use and the setup. Like I might move this so the desk isn't currently against the wall. It's against the wall now, but maybe I would flip it so it's out in the middle of the room with my back against the wall, so I could have more things for streaming behind me and closer up to the camera and whatnot. And then I would have to have a space for the VR stuff because this floor space is pretty good for the VR, but I want a slightly bigger one, And then I would also want a coffee area, which might turn out to be a second kitchen. And it starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger in your brain. Now, well, if I got another kitchen, then I could do cooking streams. Also, I want a workshop so I can do things like put my 3D printer in there, and also woodworking. I could get that on stream. Like we're planning on building a garage next to the house. That would be a workshop, which I would then possibly start doing certain crafty streams in. Let's say it spirals, like you say. It all, can we turn this into content? And it's not because I want to make money or anything from it or make the content from it. They're all hobbies that I'm like, just share with people that want to watch. If I had a water source upstairs, I'd actually be more likely to do tea streams. Exactly. I found our spare kettle because anyone who's not British, pretty much every British household will have a spare kettle. I know my parents have at least 2 spare kettles, and they'll be like clearing out the cupboard or the attic and go, "Oh, there's a kettle up here. Better keep that just in case." Because you can't go down the shop for like 20 quid kettle. No, you gotta have a spare one. You never know. You never know what emergency situation where your one kettle breaks and you might need the second one instantly. It's a very British problem, alright? I've turned my living room into an office because I'm a nerd. Well, that was the other thing, is because when it's the first lockdown, we were living in the flat. So my office was the dining room table in the living room. and Geek had the back room as her office. So she would finish work and she would come and want to hang out in the living room to relax, and my gaming PC and my work PC and everything was on the dining room table. So I would just finish work and be like, well, I guess I live in this room now because this is where we watch TV and do everything and eat. And hence why we wanted separate rooms, and I didn't want to do it in the living room when we moved here. Where am I on this? Get back to Lego, Paul. Start streaming from a caravan. You did start streaming from a caravan. You're happy to have a desk and a chair. Yes. And that's the thing. You don't need to start off, and I'll always say this, and I didn't think this when I first started. You don't need to start off with the best camera, the best setup. You don't need to have like an interesting background. You don't need to have all the scenes set up. You just need the content you're trying to display. It may be a half decent microphone because sound is more important than visual. You don't even need a camera. You don't need any of it. Just slowly build it up. You don't need to spend hundreds, thousands of pounds on it. I just happen to have my gaming PC ready. And then, unfortunately, I then waited until I had my webcam and the microphone. No, actually, no, I started without this microphone, didn't I? Yeah. The webcam, though, I was like, I need a half-decent webcam. People won't want to watch me if I don't got a half-decent webcam, and that's wrong. People will watch anything. It's all about you and the content you're producing. It doesn't matter about quality to begin with, because you're not going to have high enough viewers for it to matter. Start. I have a spare kettle, but green tea can't be made with boiling water, so I'm now debating getting a fancy kettle. Ah, like the one I'm trying to get, like the temperature control ones. Yeah, definitely worth it. Aerospace is always a must if you can get it, yes. And also decoupling from like work to the rest of your house is probably good. I don't do that too much here because this is my work desk and my gaming desk, so I will finish work, I'll probably leave it for half an hour and then come back and play games. So, or on a streaming day, I'll probably go out, eat, and come back straight away. So I sit in this chair probably about 16 hours a day. Which I admit is not healthy. Agree, always say nice mic at first purchase. Yes. Yeah. Sound is always good. And you're never going to get it perfect anyway. I'm pretty sure my mic doesn't sound great half the time. It's like a process of slowly building up. You don't buy all the stuff just to go live being perfect. You won't be. No point. No point. I have put down the wrong place. Oh, I'm going to have to use the removal tool. Oh, I forgot to add this. There we go. Yeah. You have to start and stream gaming screen and end screen. Your mouse mat was your mattress, desk was your own legs. Because I could only get Wi-Fi on your bed. I remember that. Yeah, I had a crappy like a weird Turtle Beach headset originally, and then it stopped working. Well, it's actually this here just had a microphone that I've detached. If anything, I need new headphones. That might be my next thing on the throne. I might throw that button there. You need one that can do 80, 85, and 100C. I know the coffee ones do that, but they're gooseneck ones, so I don't know if that's good for like tea. It'd be good for me for pour overs, but don't know. You updated your setup again and again over the years. Now you put podcast to shame and don't stream. Yeah, but when you're playing multiplayer, all your teammates are like, "Whoa, this guy sounds amazing." Right. Ah, yes, we're on this space now. When was the last time you streamed, Ed? When I used to use my own setup for work, every person commented on how good the sound. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to sign into the work Teams thing on my personal device yet. You know, I think they're thinking about easing up on it. Because like my computer is built to be I'm a software developer. My personal computer is built to be a software development and gaming and video editing beast, right? So I could easily do all the work I do in work on the crappy devices they give us much better on my personal one. And I keep saying this, you know, just let me do work on it. Maybe having that separation's good, but you know, I do say that, and it would mean that every meeting I'd sound 100 times better than everyone else and look 100 times better. And the best thing is I could like hook up OBS because it has the virtual camera output, doesn't it? So I could use like things like my snap cam and my coffee set. I could use all these cameras within a Teams meeting for no reason. Oh, be a good laugh. Doesn't matter as much, I believe. Okay. Last time I streamed, maybe last year. Oh. Is there a reason you stopped? Just ran out of time? You know, didn't have the spare time? Or did you just get, like, tired of it? January 13th. Almost last year. I'm very lucky. I have never felt like burnt out enough to stop streaming. Oh, I forgot the important part, which is the front here. And you know, that whole not feeling burnt out, that's partly because I've really enjoyed this interaction and you guys, and you know, it's mainly down to you guys being here, and I enjoy it. I'm always coming up with new ideas. The only burnt out part is putting those ideas into practice, but that's just me being neurodivergent and procrastinating as such. Once got training from a guy using OBS, but somehow he kept sharing his OBS. Oh god. Mainly time. I'll likely return at some point when I find something I want to share. Maybe Diablo 4. Ooh. Yeah, that's the thing. If you've got like one thing you definitely want to share, that really helps, doesn't it? I look forward to it. Everyone go follow Ed. Very, very funny man. One of these is wonky and I don't know why. There we go. So the bottom ones are done. It should stand... Oh god. Oh, it flaps! It's like a bird. That's how they fly. Right. Here we go. guess we're on bag 4 now. We are indeed on bag 4. I don't know where to stick. There, go over there. Go over there. The final bag. It's the final bag. Oh, this is the one with all the stickers. No. Thank you for giving Ed a shout out. You got close to burnout recently. Yeah. Part of the reason I keep announcing the new stream changes and setup and stuff, and I made the survey, and I'm like trying to keep you guys informed and engaged in it, and like doing the Discord events and whatnot, is because if I don't do that, I won't do it, because it'll just be my brain going, nah. Go play a game instead. More fun. I just realised in the last bag I accidentally picked up the right one the first time. Didn't realise they were different. I never do that. I always pick up the wrong one. Feel free to follow. Don't know if you want consistent. Oh, Ed. Go follow Ed anyway. He may be back at some point. And if not, doesn't matter. You do you. Look after yourself. Don't stress over it. That's the other thing about streaming, is just don't stress. Like, I know I have a very, very consistent schedule, and I very rarely cancel streams, but obviously I cancelled Fridays because I wasn't feeling well. Don't stress yourself over doing stuff like that. There's no need. Just do what you can. Unless it's your full-time job, which it won't be anytime soon. Oh, we got a sticker. Sticker time. I'm just going to make sure. I am actually following you, Ed, right? What? Bullshit. I've been subbed to you. How was I not following you? Has Twitch done that stupid thing again where it unfollows people randomly? I remember that happened to Rug as well. Because I've been subbed to you. It says I've been subbed. What the absolute hell? I've been in your streams. I've actually watched you for... I bet I have, you know, it's a few thousand, pretty sure I've been subbed. Hold on, I need to open your channel again, because it closed. No. Twitch, this is not what I wanted. Oh, I give up. Oh, I don't, oh god, Twitch is just having a moment. No, I wanted to go to his... Yes, I have. I apologize. If it's my mistake, I apologize. If it's Twitch's mistake, then we all know what happened there. Fucking hell. Let's cancel a Saturday stream and instead stream Sunday. Yeah, see, that's perfectly fine. I did want to give 100 struts in my stream just to get some more emotes. Yes, no, I've considered doing that. Get more emote slots. It's annoying that you have to sub to yourself, and you can't just like maybe just pay a slightly cheaper price for them. Oh my god! First try. Look at that sticker placement. God damn. God damn, I'm good. I apologize, Ed. Sorry. You don't have to apologize for following someone who never streams. No, I see, because I'm sure it's happened with other people as well, where I've gone, hold on a minute, I definitely was following that person because I've been in their streams and sent messages and whatnot. Because if I start talking in someone's stream, I usually make sure I follow them, because, you know, I'm a streamer, I understand the support and whatnot. If they're enough to engage me in chatting, then they deserve at least a follow. Like, I just went to your chat as well, and I have channel points, so I have different. Anyway, let's just ignore that for now then. Okay, this is now going. Where's that going? Through here? Yeah. Doing the same thing we were doing before. There has been an occasion where I thought I was following someone, and like I follow them on Twitter, let's say, and I've seen that they've done a go live, so I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'll jump in that. I got, you know, I want to watch something, I'll jump in there. I definitely follow them. Realized I didn't follow them, or maybe this situation happened, right? But because they're live, I didn't want to follow them because then they'll get the notification on stream. I'm like, I've definitely been here before. I can see I've got like 10,000 channel points. What the hell's going on? I didn't want. Like my anxiety would just take over. Like, don't click follow, because then they'll know you weren't following. And that's worse. They have to do it when they're offline, you see. And then I'll go, why the hell is this randomer followed me offline? And most of the time, like, because I know for a fact it's happened to Rug. Like, Rug had to refollow me for some reason. Or so she claims. And if that happened to me, like if suddenly one of you who are talking right now, it came up that you followed me, I just assume it was a system issue. I'd assume it was Twitch. I wouldn't really care. I mean, I've actually unfollowed Sam and followed him again just to attempt to get the notification and troll him. Troll, trolly, troll, troll. It didn't work. They've got like a cooldown on it. And now my follow streak on his channel's really low. Oh well. Make it a meme, just follow and unfollow each stream. You can't. That's the thing. There's definitely a cooldown of some sort, and I don't know what it is. You definitely can't do it within like 5 minutes, because I tried spamming it on Sam. I didn't even do one notification. But like I've got the first badge, I think, on his sub thing, so I'm doesn't matter. Also, you know, I've known him for 19 years. I think that counts for more. Para, how are we doing? We're having fun. We just discovered I wasn't following Ed somehow. Yeah, let me just double check I actually follow you. Stream on mod 4, yeah. Just got in from ripping a dead viney plant out of the garden. There's no way to talk about moss. You all knew that was coming. What am I doing? What am I doing? Building Lego, Paul. Stop getting distracted. God, we're never going to finish the Millennium Falcon at this rate if I do this. Talking random crap. This is where you all go, oh, but we like it when you talk random crap. Oh, I needed to put a sticker on that. Oh. Screw you, Lego. Sticker number 5. Oh. There we go. Right. Oh, God. Oh, it's staticky. No, Moss is out on standby. He left at 8:30. Oh! Oh, God. I hope it's a quiet one. I'd say, well, at least it's good weather, but then that's probably worse working in this weather. I mean, at least it's not raining down, downpouring and all that stuff. That was a terrible sticker placement, but I actually don't care. No one will notice. Coffee, Paul. Drink your coffee. We do. You do like it when I talk random crap. Fair enough. Just hooking up a generator, but they think they sent the wrong generator. Oof. I mean, that probably means he doesn't have to do anything. Because you wouldn't hook it up halfway and then realise that, I assume. You probably know that as soon as you unbox the thing. Alright. Here we go. It's all coming together. We'll need you in there. And we need a flat white on top. Speaking of flat whites, how is my perfectly temperature controlled mug? Oh, it's got skin. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh. Skin. Probably kept it a little bit too warm then. Thank you. Also, I've been drinking the other one, not this one.
What are you doing in my swamp?
What are you doing in my swamp? Hey? My swamp. Hello there, Squire.
Hello there.
How are we doing, Dan? How are you doing on this fine Sunday? What are you up to? I assume you've got the 3-day weekend off, now that you're a office scum like me. This in. Yeah, boy! It's a bank holiday, it certainly is. Okay. Oh, we need to put a sticker on that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh god, which sticker? 8. That one. Which way round? That way round. Why? Why do they, what? This build seems to have stickers on curved surfaces a lot, and I don't like that. Oh, it goes on the front. Okay. god, that's terrible. I can't tell which way's up. Which way's like the center? That way? That seems off. Seems that's off. We'll get there. We'll get it. That seems okay. Oh, I'm just gonna go with that. It looks about right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Not mess about with the stickers too much. Office scum unite! Yes. I mean, I appreciate those who don't work in an office or don't get bank holidays. I do appreciate the work they do because it means I can go to a shop tomorrow and still buy things. But it's not for me. 9 to 5. With 8 bank holidays every year. Yes, please. 9 this year. 9 last year. Was it 9 last year? Yes. Well, Queen's funeral, that counted, I guess. Is this finished? Is this finished? Is that all? Is that all we have to do? It is. The wing is done. Peasants. Wasn't it 10 last year? Was the Jubilee thing also last year? I time is fake, so I'm not really can't remember. We had a lot last year, put it that way, and I was not complaining. I once worked out, with all the holidays I get in work, with all the bank holidays we get around this time, you know, April and May, with Easter and that, and with all that, and all the holidays I can carry over from the previous year, which used to be quite a lot, now it's a bit less. All of this stuff, and also I can bring holidays forward from next year, and I can purchase more. I once worked out I could take, I think, 4 months off. If I wanted to. It's just because it all works out to be very little. Well, not very little, but to be enough with the actual working days, so I can take that much off. There was also flexi in there and stuff like that. It was like 4 months I could have taken off. Because I was, at one point, they allowed unlimited carryover. And it was partly because we were like merging various organizations into one, so there was different policies, and they basically couldn't align all the policies, so there was just unlimited you could carry over, and I once carried over something like 20 days, so it was ridiculous. And 20 days is like a whole month, isn't it? Last year I had something like 12 days left over, and no, it was like 14 days left over and 14 weeks until my holiday renewed, so I took every Wednesday off. I just had 2 days in, day off, 2 days off, and then a weekend. And it was amazing. And I'm considering doing that again, because I've still got quite a lot of holidays to take this year. Because my holidays renew in September, so it was over Christmas as well. Not over summer. Which is great. Jubilee was June last year. Having worked retail during holidays, you're welcome. Yeah, I know. I mean, they usually get a day off in like glue and that. Having been there, done that, I can comment. All the Jubilee stuff is still up to... I mean, it's still up here. It's hard to tell if it was for the coronation, the death, or Jubilee, if it's still up. You get 8 weeks a year, modern day slavery, right? Can't remember how many I get in weeks. When I was a kid, we had a kid from India come to our school. His mum's work allowed carrying over as many as you wanted, and she basically had 4 years off at the end of her career. What? 4 years paid? That's insane. Brilliant, but insane. Right, where are we up to? Done that sticker. There we go. Got that done. Almost at the end. Gotta build one of these again. I mean, good on them for, you know, knowing what they wanted to do at the end of the career. I think what they would actually do for me is they would just give me the money equivalent. Okay. Mother works a lot of overtime, and 1 year didn't even have to use his vacation days because he had so much overtime. Yeah. Take your holidays, people. Look after yourself. Screw the companies. They don't need. They can live without you. The whole point of holidays and leave and all that stuff is you're owed it anyway. Take it when you need to. Look after yourself. Because I was like, oh, you know, I don't need to take a holiday because, you know, it's not like I'm stressed in work. I don't need time off. Weekends are good enough. I was young. I was in my 20s, so I was like, I don't, you know. And then my boss was like, you need to take your holidays. I'm like, yeah, but you also need me in work because I'm the only guy who can do this or that. You know, I was needed in work. But that just means that take your holidays and let them suffer. Let them hire someone else or pay you more. But then I had the mindset of if I took a week off here, I'd have to come back and I'd have to do a week worth of catching up because people would have screwed up the whole thing. Because if I'm not here, they will screw up, but then that's just a problem on their side, not yours. But then I used to have a lot of initiative and motivation, and I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't do that. Which is a bad way of thinking about it. Now I do what I'm told and what I'm paid to do. I will go above and beyond if required, but I won't just actively seek it out because why should I? I'm not getting paid for it. You have to trust the company will still exist if you're going to bank that much holiday. That is true. That is true. He wanted to, but it's fun he didn't have enough time off and he hated just sitting at home doing nothing. Yeah, that was the thing. When I was, and this is like 8 years ago, when I would only take time off if I had something to do. If I took a week off and I was just sat here doing nothing, I didn't want to do it. It just didn't interest me. So I'd have to book, I'd have to book a holiday or have an event to go to or something, plan the week. Or to move house or something. It had to be for a reason. It's not just to stop working for a week. But then, you know, I got trained in mental health. I'm a mental health first aider, and just doing nothing is a thing. Doing nothing at all is actually something. If someone asks you to do something and you're like, no, I'm not doing anything today, and they go, good, that means you have time. No, I planned not doing anything. That is what my plan was. Today is my do nothing day. And that is still a valid thing to do. The thing is, when you're younger, you think you have to do those things to, you know, have a career, get ahead. And unfortunately, you do. You do have to do those things to get like that. Which is a shame. But hey, that's capitalism for you. That is capitalism, and it's not good. Okay. Wing's almost done. Both my parents have ended up in the situation of, hey, I'm the expert on this subject and I'm retiring in a few years. We need to train a replacement. Guess what? No replacement. It's kind of happening in work with me. Kind of. Me and a colleague are the only people who really understand a couple systems. And they're trying to hire more people to take over that system because they don't want us, because we know about every system basically in the company. We know, we've been there for so long. I've been there 12 years now. That we understand basically all the IT systems that we have to look after so well that they don't want to then just focus us on the one thing. So they're hiring, trying to hire people to be on just that one system because it's an important system and it needs more looking after, because we're in a situation where we're playing catch up all the time of, you know, there's no one dedicated to it, so every year or so there's a project to maintain it, but that maintenance is always the bare minimum sort of thing. And that's actually one of the projects I'm on right now is the maintenance side of that. So the problem is they're trying to hire people, but I'm going to have to train them up. And the ones they're hiring are actually paid more than me at the moment, which is interesting. But I believe that's being sorted, so trying to be vague here, not giving anything away. Right, is that sticker centered? No, okay, kind of. I pull you this way. Oh god, that went wrong. My dad was like the head technician. He was an electrician. He was a head technician in a factory, but they refused to actually call him a head technician because that meant he had to be paid more. So he was just a like lead electrician or something like that. But then the company made a load of people redundant, including him, because they were going into administration. Then they hired him back, so he was on like early retirement. They hired him back like a month later to train up all the new guys. They got the cheaper new guys, and he stayed with them for like a year. Got more money out of it because he was then technically a contractor. So it's got to cost them longer anyway. What do you need to know to get hired? Unfortunately, we only hire from within the UK. They have to be UK based. Hardly took holiday early in my career, worked as much as I could. Now I'm high enough to get paid enough that I only do what I'm paid unless... Yeah, basically the same, Ed. Yeah. And there is that whole, you know, if you show initiative, you will be promoted and stuff like that. yes, I get that, but you shouldn't have to do more than you're paid to do to get to that point. It's kind of a catch-22 sort of situation where you can't really win. Hey, there's the wing. A little bit weird, doesn't quite fit together. A little bit wobbly. But I believe there's a bit more to build now. Right, what's next? An engine. Right, we got one of those. I really like these with the ridges on them. I like Lego pieces with ridges on. I think I said earlier I like smooth Lego. Is anyone like smooth Lego? Like these smooth bits, like the big smooth bits. I don't know why it's really satisfying. Smooth. It satisfies my brain. All right. Right, we've got one of those. Right, what? Wait, what? Built that. We then one of these and got one of the pink things, which is going to stink on the end. Stink? Stick. I can't talk today. Is that way? Cool. That's pretty cool. And then that sticks on the end of that. And then we flip it over and we put the black thing in its butt. And then we put this like grey thing on that butt. And then we put another black thing. That's very convoluted. Lovely. And we do that 4 times. Alright, speedrun. Mentioned it a few times and then went shrug. We tried, yeah. So I was an expert of another system before I got moved into this job, and then no, actually before I moved into the job before this job, because I've moved around jobs in work like 6 or 7 times. So I was an expert on that system, right? Cool. I then got a new job and said, hey, you need to either hire someone or train one of the other people to do this system, and they didn't. So I took it with me to the new job, and then I got another new job. And said exactly the same thing again. And guess what? They didn't. Then I got a third new job. And at that point I was like, nope, literally not part of my job anymore. Technically they could argue it was part of the other new jobs because it was related. But I was like, nope, don't care if I'm the only one trained in it. It's not part of my job anymore. So whenever they asked me a question, I went, sorry, can't do that. Just refused. They then eventually did kind of try and train someone up, but not really. They just kept bugging me for answers, and then I just didn't really help. And they couldn't do anything about it because it wasn't my job anymore. Because I would always say, sorry, I got, other priorities. And now they're replacing the whole system, which is good. Because it's easier to replace a system and to train someone up on the other one. Apparently. Oh wow, this is really the end, isn't it? Dad's coming in a redundancy layoff, and he started looking around in preparation, and this guy he worked with said, come apply at the company I work for. So I've applied and got told, well, you don't know enough about this program. To which Dad said, that are you literally the expert? And then they admitted it was his age. Oh, that sucks. Thing is, I understand why they're saying it's illegal, it's ageist, and they can't do that. But if they're retiring within the next 2 years, let's say, it is gonna cost them money because they're gonna have to go out hiring again and stuff like that. I get why they would say that. They can't say that though. From a manager's point of view, I see why that's a problem. but it doesn't matter. It shouldn't be a problem. Because you need the expertise. Right, which way do these face? That way, I think. Like that? Yeah. That looks right. Because I was a manager and I hired people and stuff like that, and as a manager, it was always a huge pain in the ass when people took time off. And giving people so many days off was a massive pain in the ass. Hey, look, we can fire things. There we go, we're done. Pretty much. There it is, the X-Wing. Now it's going to tell me something now. We can fire. Do not fire at people's faces. How do you fire them? You just push up? Yes. No. Whoa! Okay, yep, I can understand why you don't want that on someone's face. And then the wings open up. Yes, look at that. Wings open, wings close. Lovely. And then that opens. R2, you need to go in the back here. Thank you. Get in there. Luke. Sneeze. Luke, can we take your lightsaber off you, please? Thank you. And you're gonna go there. Like so. And your lightsaber's just gonna sit with you. Kind of. How can it? Oh, I can go down the side. There we go. There we are. You guys can just stand on the front. That's safe. We all know Leia can breathe in space anyway. Right. Another bullet. I'll keep that separate. And there we go. So. I must go. Enjoy the rest of the stream, everyone. Oh, we'll be finishing up very shortly. But thank you, Ed. Thank you for hanging out. That is the X-Wing. That's the smaller X-Wing. I do want the bigger X-Wing. We will be attempting to try and get that at some point. But there you go. It's actually a really good size when you think about it. It's not too far off the right size. Probably the other one will be slightly bigger and be more in line with the Millennium Falcon, which we'll be building next in the box to my left. It's massive, so I'm not going to get it. I still don't know how I'm going to build that on stream.